What's up, Pisces? Welcome to your May 2020 reading. I apologize that you guys did not receive an April reading. Hold on. Sorry. I apologize you didn't receive an April reading. My computer broke before I got to you guys, and so it took some time to get a new one and all of that stuff. But I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are, safe and sound and quarantining in the healthiest way for you mentally, physically, all the things, okay? I want to jump right into this reading because I don't want to lose any messages I already have. Now I've already pulled your cards. I pulled 9 cards. You know what's interesting about this reading for you guys? So think about this as like May going into June, right? Because we're already like mid-May. Pisces, I always imagine you guys as like homebodies and like very okay with being alone and very okay with, just being alone, right? Doing your own thing. And I sense that there's a lot of that, but some of you guys, I don't know, it feels like there might be a little bit of friction. So like, I don't know if maybe, let's say if you're not quarantining alone, maybe you're with family, maybe you're with sisters, maybe you're with, your daughter, your kids, your husband, whatever it is, your wife. There might be a little bit of friction going on between the two of you guys or the few of you guys, which is making you guys be a little bit more defensive at this moment and maybe just feeling like you're wanting to do more things by yourself. Now, I will say, I do think that things are going to start getting a lot lighter for everyone as a collective. I think we'll start to see that as like, you see certain states are starting to go into phase 2 of, opening back up and all those types of things, which will really push people to want to be a little bit more social, safely, but social. And also we're going to have that Gemini new moon, which Gemini is, it's a very communicative sign, right? It is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. So people in general at this time are going to be wanting to be a little bit more social and a little bit more out there. But Pisces, I feel like you guys are really kind of doing things alone right now. And I think you're okay with it, although there's that little bit of frustration. Now, also it seems like you guys might have been working on something. Some of you guys, it feels like whether you are, I don't know, I keep hearing home ownership. So whether you guys are working towards buying a property or you have been trying to sell your property, it just feels like you guys have so many things on your plate that you're trying to kind of stay focused on, but there are other things that are kind of pulling you away from that or have you feeling a little bit more defensive again or arguing a little bit more. It just seems like that. But I think overall things are going to be okay. If you have been getting into it with people that you love, it's a really good time to have that communication, okay? Especially with that Gemini new moon, that Gemini energy helping guys out in the communication era, and kind of laying down the apologies or forgiving or whatever it is. Now, Gemini, that's like your 4th house. So that's like all about home. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that it feels like about your home, maybe people who live in it. And I think that that's going to be the main focus of this month and going into June. Now, you guys have one major arcana, which is the Fool card. Now, the Fool card is all about new beginnings, but it does imply that new beginnings come when we take major risks, right? That is what sets the Fool card apart from every other new beginning card in the deck, right? It's first of all, it's the first one in the major arcana. It's the first card of the deck. But there are risks involved. It's about packing light. So it's about not taking the past with you, not taking your old feelings with you, not taking the grudges with you, that type of thing. It's about, you know, I'm paying close attention to this dog that's in the Fool card, right? Dog is man's best friend. So really a good time, again, if you are kind of going through it with people that you love, a good time to kind of like fix those connections. And a good time to kind of free yourself and let your hair down type thing, okay? So I'm going to go through and clarify certain cards. Let's get into this. Page of Cups is what's actually seen at the bottom of the deck. Unseen energy. Again, this feels like, of course, Page of Cups could be a love offer coming in, right? It's all about a message. Page of Cups is a very small energy. It's a very, they represent kids a lot of the time. So if we're talking about an energy of like the strength of something coming towards you, It's a small, what's the word? Can't find it. Can't think about it. It's like a small offer. It's not something like this isn't a king or this isn't a queen. This isn't even a knight. But for me, again, I don't know. It feels like some of you guys might be going through it with certain people. So for you, whether this is you kind of coming to the forefront and apologizing and making things right, or maybe this is someone coming towards you, but there's a lot of luck here. There's a lot of purity in this offer. There's a lot of promise for a new beginning, right? Especially again, if you guys have been going through it with someone. But it's a really good card, very pure in its energy, very good luck here, very heartfelt. So that's the basis of your reading, right? Now, you guys are starting here with Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Fool. Seven of Wands, there goes that defensive energy, right? This is someone who is basically battling out with people. So this could be someone who feels like they're kind of being ganged up on right now. It could also be an energy of you guys feeling like things just aren't working out in the way that you wanted to right now, right? It's like, damn, it's like every single time I try to make a new step in this direction, then these, you know, three things start tumbling down. It's very much that energy. But look at how this Knight of Swords is going into that Seven of Wands. So again, I don't know. I feel like the Seven of Wands is you guys feeling a little bit defensive or feeling like you're fighting or arguing with someone. And this could be because maybe there's someone around you who's coming towards you with harsh words, or you feel like they're not being very mindful, right? The Knight of Swords energy it's the fastest moving knight in the deck. We know knights are all about action, but the Knight of Swords, again, knights aren't as elevated as, say, a queen or a king. So sometimes they speak before thinking. Sometimes they just blurt out what it is that they feel, and they don't really have regard for other things going on. So some of you guys might be in that situation where you feel like you're dealing with someone who's just kind of like shitting on you on accident, kind of, but like it's like, damn, that really hurt. Or it could be that just somebody saying something to you that could be penetrating in a way that you just didn't really expect, right? I think that you guys are a little bit more sensitive right now, which all of us right now are a little bit more sensitive. We are dealing with things that a lot of us have never dealt with, never thought we would deal with. And we can't expect people to behave a certain way right now. And we can't expect even us to react from certain things in a certain way right now, because we are all experiencing something so very, very new. But again, you do have that Fool card. So this is new beginnings. If there's something that you guys have been trying to do, there may be some risk you have to take. Like, let's say if it is home ownership, because I do feel like this has a lot to do with, like, for some of you, and of course this is general, so please take it as it resonates, buying and selling homes, or just moving in general. Some of you guys, this could be travel plans that have gotten delayed, and so maybe now you feel a certain way. Maybe you're fighting to get back your refund or something like that. It could be that as well. Wow, there's so much sword energy. Woo, so much sword energy. I don't know if you guys are dealing with an air sign individual, but again, we are going into that Gemini energy here just in a few days, coming out of Taurus into the Gemini. So again, everyone's brains are going to be a little bit more active at this moment. And with the Gemini new moon, I think it's going at 2 degrees. So that's all about connection, right? That's about emotion. So a lot of us are going to be thinking about how we feel about certain things, right? Now, you got Seven of Swords that's clarifying the Seven of Wands, which is really interesting. 7 and 7, right? And sevens, it's a very spiritual number, very much about inner questing, very much about like going deep within, right? It's a very spiritual number. Think about the 7 chakras, right? Now, it's interesting that the 7 of Swords is clarifying the 7 of Wands, and it's interesting that I've been feeling that like this could be like a domestic issue, in terms of like you're arguing with someone that you live with, or like somebody said something that's not quite right or whatever. If you are kind of having a little bit of friction with like your partner or someone that you're living with, I think for some of you, and of course it's going to be for some of you, not for all of you, but some of you, even if you did not start this, I think if you're being honest with yourself, there are things that you can see that maybe you're doing that don't necessarily help the situation. So maybe you didn't bring the funk to the table, but maybe you said some slick shit, or maybe you're like doing underhanded stuff now out of spite because you feel like you're being played or disrespected. That could definitely be a thing, or vice versa. You know, take this as it resonates, and it could be flip-flopped or reversed, whatever. but it feels almost like that type of energy. Now, with this Four of Swords clarifying this Knight of Swords, I think the best thing to do is just not feed into any of it. Whether you started this or not, or they started this or not, I think the best thing that you can do right now is chill. Whenever I see a Four of Swords card, I literally hear spirit say chill. Like, this is my this is my cue to, like, girl, sit your ass down somewhere and just fucking relax, okay? Because think about it, Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is always like a battle of the heart. Either it's a betrayal, your feelings are hurt, someone was lied to, cheated on, something bad, right? And the Four of Swords is or just some type of disappointment. It doesn't have to all the way go to cheating. But the Four of Swords is really about the rest and the rejuvenation process after a long, hard battle. So I think if you guys are wanting this to stop, I think the best thing that you can do in this present time is just to not feed into it, because it seems like whatever this is petty anyways at this point. Even if it started as being something with substance that was really important, it feels like either you or them or both of you are at a point where now you're just like trying to irritate one another because you irritated me, you know? So at this point, if you want things to be better, I think the best thing that you can do right now is just kind of chill off of it right now, right? Because I think that the way that it is going, the trajectory in which it's going, it's not really helping the situation. Now, interesting, the Tower card is clarifying the Fool, and at the bottom of the deck right now is the Nine of Swords. I want to pull another card for that. Now, Tower energy is intense, right? It comes out of nowhere. It's really God, source, universe, whatever. It's their way of stepping in and being like, okay, girl, you're doing this a little bit wrong, so I'm going to knock this out for you because this wasn't really steady to begin with. And then that way you can start new, right? And it's kind of interesting that the Fool card is actually right underneath that. Or that's the Tower is clarifying the Fool. So something happened. Let me see if I can get some more information on the Tower. What is this Tower? Ten of Swords. Five of Swords. Some of you guys just got tired of the back and forth. So Ten of Swords energy, you know, it takes a while to stack up these 10 swords. Someone didn't just like throw all 10 swords at this person's back and they land like that. Like we are not Zorro, right? But this is something that takes up time. So some of you guys might be going through something where like it's been a long time coming, and then finally you're just feeling like it's done for a situation. Now, Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So again, that's kind of like petty fights, right? This is when people are being petty and really not wanting to feed into it anymore. I don't know. I just feel like some of you guys have been battling out with someone or something. Because this could be like a situation too. Again, let's say you've been trying to put your house on the market and because of the times it's not, you know, selling. Let's say you've been trying to get a job and right now people aren't really hiring, or you know, something like that. Whatever this is, I do like it's a Ten of Swords because the Ten of Swords lets us know that this is the end of a struggle. Five of Wands. Whew. This really can go so many ways. For some of you guys, I feel like this has to do with relationships. Some of you guys, this has to do with a job or an opportunity. Yeah, because the Five of Wands is very much about competition. It's too many cooks in the kitchen. We're all on different pages. We can't get things straight. Arguing, fighting involved, and then all of a sudden something releases. King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck right now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you guys could be dealing with air. There's a lot of air and fire right now. In Aquarius. Oh, well, that's air. So Aries, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius too. Scorpio too. Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Now, the Three of Cups is really interesting because it's actually what's standing in your environment. Again, I do feel like towards like going into June, a lot of people are going to be kind of loosening up and wanting to hang out more. I don't feel like it's anything extreme, but very much like little intimate parties between you and maybe 4 homegirls, something like that. Small get-togethers. But the only thing is, I'm looking at this Three of Cups and looking at the Nine of Pentacles, and look at how she's looking the other way. I just think that you guys have other priorities that you are trying to handle right now, right? You guys may not be feeling that social. Again, when I first started, it just felt like you guys are very much alone right now, which could be good, but it could be, you know, just watch it. It depends on what our thoughts are when we're alone. But I just feel like a lot of you guys have so much that you're focusing on. I think there were projects that were started probably before everything went haywire that you're really trying to see through and really trying to tie up loose ends of. Nine of Pentacles. Pentacle energy is all about stability. It's all about money. It's all about home, health, all that type of stuff. So I think while people are out and starting to kind of come together, I think you guys just have other priorities right now. And the way that she's looking at the Four of Wands, again, some of you guys is like, I think this is a really good time to be fixing your home situations, whether it's your connections with your home or fixing your home or whatever. But I just don't see that you guys are really in the mood. Yep. To be out doing the things. And again, some of you guys are feeling really sad. You could be feeling sad. You could be feeling guilty over something that didn't work out. Five of Cups is very much like being stuck in the past, bullshit, and not realizing that there's new opportunities in front of you. So I think that, you know, you guys are going to be wanting to be alone right now. I kind of don't mind it because I do feel like even though there's something that you're clearly sad about, whether it was you guys broke up with someone or like there was an argument again that ensued between like you and a family member, you and a best friend, I do like that at least you're taking this energy and I think you're working towards you. So it's unfortunate, but sometimes unfortunate things can like really be the catalyst for improvement or something great happening, because now what it's having you guys do is really focus on you. So maybe this is like you guys feel like you've been in situations where you've been overextending yourself and people just didn't care. But I think right now what you're focusing on is getting your money right, you feeling good, doing little things to make you feel good, even if they're like vanity based things. And I say that because we have the Queen of Wands. Like, she is a showstopper. She is the queen that's gorgeous. She's fun. She's spontaneous. She's like hostess with the mostest energy, right? And it feels like, so for you guys, even if it's like, so like for me, my first love and career and everything was makeup artistry. I did makeup artistry for years. I moved to LA. I used to do stuff on set. Like, I used to do the makeups, okay? And so what, I've been doing that for over, what, I started when I was 19. I'm 33 now. You do the math. It's been years, right? So I obviously am not on that scene anymore because I just don't like the way that the makeup direction is going. That's fine. It's not for me the same, but I know that still, no matter what, like if I'm feeling low or I'm feeling like I'm in a bad mood, I will get an instant upper if I put on some lipstick, or I will get an instant upper if I shape my eyebrow or something. Like, and it's things that someone else can easily look at you and be like, girl, you're happy because you put on some lipstick, and like kind of play you like you're just like vain and stuff. But it's like, no, these things make me feel good. So I even see that with you guys. So like, just if you're having an off day, getting up and doing whatever it is that makes you feel good in that moment, and someone else can look at it and be like, you're crazy, or you're being vain, or God, that's stupid. What is the point of it right now? No one sees you type thing. And you're just like, no, because it makes me fucking feel good. And when I feel good, I feel powerful enough to move forward and do things that I need to do. Right. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of you maybe had started a process before all of this shit went down, and you're like patiently waiting and just still really focusing on your health, your wealth, your everything, right? And things have been moving quite slow, but they're moving. And it's Knight of Pentacle energy, so there's some stability behind it. It's not just like, so if there's something you guys are working on that has not been moving as fast as you guys want it to be moving, it's okay, because it's going to be solid. Ooh, Eight of Wands. Communication is going to be coming in about this. Yeah. So whether this is you guys needing to mend a relationship in your home, right? Or whether this is you guys purchasing or selling, I think that you guys are going to be getting communication coming in, especially going into June. I think things are going to really kind of start to form, and you're going to be really, really happy about that. So that's really, really good. Now, interesting, you guys got 8 of Wands twice, and here it is again. This is an added message. So is the 5 of Cups, which you got twice, added message, and the 5 of Swords, which we did see it, but it didn't fall out, right? So again, there's a lot to be said this month that if you are waiting for something to come in, if there's a message you guys are waiting for, I think you guys are going to be getting it. You're going to be getting some communication coming in, which is going to make you feel a lot better. I think a lot of you guys are having some emotional issues as it pertains to a situation not going through or a relationship, whether it's romantic or work or friend or family related, right? And just really being at a place where you don't want to fight about it. You don't want to argue about it. 5 of Swords. 5 and 5. You got 2 7s. You got 4 5s. Because you got a 5 of Wands, you got 2 5 of Cups, and you got 5 of Swords. There's a lot of change going on right now, obvi. 5s are all about change, which can be very chaotic, which can be very overwhelming. But what I sense is that these changes are going to be for the better. Yes, it's going to take some getting used to. Some of you guys have to walk away from a situation that's making you feel sad or feel bad. Yeah, there's that 7 of Wands again. Yeah. And this, it doesn't necessarily mean like walk out of a relationship, but there's something that I feel like you guys had to let go of because it just didn't, it's not, or you're going to be needing to let go of because it's just not making sense. Hold on to it and it's not making you feel any better and it's not resolving anything. There's a lot of forgiveness that has to be put on the table. 3 of Swords. We talked about this earlier and here it comes out. Some of you guys, this could have to do with the relationship. Maybe you're distant from someone and you haven't been talking. If that is the case too, with this 8 of Wands coming in, there is possibility that you will be hearing from this person. Now, Venus is retrograde now, which, you know, any types of retrogrades bring back past things, past situations, past memories. Venus is the planet of love and beauty and art. It rules over Libra and Taurus. But we're going to be experiencing some things. A lot of us, even if we are not in relationships right now, I think that this is a time that we're going to be seeing a lot with in terms of how we think about relationships, how we show up in relationships, all those things. So there's going to be heavy feelings surrounding that, especially if you just recently broke up with someone. But I do feel like there's a chance they could be coming in and talking to you. There's also a lot of, again, fire here too. So it could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But I think main thing for you guys is to really focus on the things that you've already put forth into action. Make sure that you are making, you know, putting your health and wealth and happiness ahead of everything. If there's petty arguments and things going on around you that just are not making you feel good, fall back. Because that's not the way it's going to make you feel better. I think you guys are going to be spending a lot of time alone, but I think you'll be productive in your time alone. So that's really, really good too. And there is a chance that you will be hearing from someone. Bottom of the deck right now, Wheel of Fortune. There is a chance that you're going to be hearing from someone that maybe you've been missing or they've been missing you and or, you know, whatever. Okay, so let go of guilt is your advice. Oracle card. It says, when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you've done or not done and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Beautiful. And then in your Romance Angels deck, looky here, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Now, when I say forgive, I mean just that, forgive. It doesn't mean that you have to like forgiving someone or like doesn't mean that you have to like fall like put yourself back in that situation. It just means that you're forgiving so you can move on. You're releasing any built up bad energy about the thing or the person, right? It doesn't mean that you have to fall back into that. So if that's not what you're trying to do, then don't. And don't think that I'm trying to tell you that that's what this is about. No, it's not. But it's for your own personal growth. And it's, I mean, we allow things in, great things in when we're letting go of the bad, like with a good, happy heart. Okay, so I love you guys. I hope that this resonates. Definitely thumbs up this video, please, so that all the people who need to hear this message can. And I love you. If you would like a personal reading, reach out to me at shesbybetarot@gmail.com. Please look at my About tab. I've got my menu of services and pricing, so that you guys aren't like, how do I do this? Like, email me, and then we can get something set up, okay? I love you guys. Bye.